The Millennial Gaze.
Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your girl May Money, and I got my homie Katie over here. Say what's up, Katie.
Hey, do you realize we match again?
All this, straight up down to the T, pretty much. Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how we end up doing that like every time at this
I
point.
know it's pretty good. It's pretty good. We don't even need to coordinate nothing. Just get straight to it. So how's your Sunday going so far for the people out here and our viewers?
I don't think anyone's on just yet, but I'm sure people will pop on.
Yeah, just and watching. I don't know. Yeah, we're just kind of chilling tonight. So make sure if you do join to like, comment, and definitely comment in the chat, share the video, invite friends, and let's just go ahead and we're gonna be looking at Kamala Harris's 107 Days book tour. Katie has the book, right?
I'm about halfway through. It's really
I'm about
good.
halfway through. I am holding off. If I don't get it as a gift for my birthday, which is in like 2 weeks, then I'll make sure to get a copy for myself. But I'm pretty sure I have it as a gift coming my way, so I just have to wait. You know what I mean? I don't want to double up on something that I might just get for my birthday. So that's where I'm at, even though I am kind of anxious and I do want to read it, but I can wait. I can wait. So no spoilers, Katie. Not quite yet. Let's just watch the information that we kind of get from her describing it. Try not to,
I mean, I don't know if you can really have that many spoilers.
I know because we watched the whole shit go down, but if there's some sort of story in there that wasn't mentioned, just don't bring none of that stuff up. That's a book exclusive. You know what I mean? But other than that, please enjoy the show. Grab you something to drink. Make sure you're eating your dinner. It's a Sunday night. Whatever it is you got to do, grab your pet, grab your blanket, and let's hang out and let's look at some Kamala Harris stuff. Yeah, let's go for it. So this is, before we get started, this is just a clip I saw on Instagram of just her on the tour and kind of like the vibe she's feeling. So go ahead and run it.
And at this clip itself, she is at her alma mater, Howard University, which is in Washington, D.C. area.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
No homecoming like a Howard homecoming. How you doing? Oh, Cal, you from California?
I'm from Oakland, California. Hey, girl.
Oh, come here. Well, you see how it turns out? Huh? It's a moment in time in our country and the world where I hope everything that you are seeing tells you we need you. We need you to lead. We need you to be strong. You are leaders right now. You were born leaders. It's meant to be the bookstore, right?
Talk about it.
You? No homecoming.
I think I love that. Anytime I just see her like kind of in her element and stuff, one of the things that I love is she doesn't need to be involved in politics like to make a difference. Like,
no, she doesn't.
She is out there making a difference, and I love when she is just like her authentic self.
Mm-hmm. No,
she just shows so much joy and hope, and she just responds just so well. And this country really fucked up.
Yeah, no, I'm oh God. I agree with you. One thing that I definitely can relate. First of all, I'm also from Oakland, so I'm here. What, y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know that? Sorry. Wait, I'm from Oakland. Yeah, yes, born and raised. Me and her were born in the same hospital. It was demolished maybe maybe a decade ago, but like just that pride there alone for me with MVP Kamala is like that's just my bias. But when it comes to her also being a Libra, I mean, can't hold that back. But like just her vibe is just so calming. It's nice. It feels good when she's just out and about doing her thing and just being herself. And we really could have had something so nice. Sorry, I got fucking construction in the back again. Ugh, I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Why don't we go ahead and head into this first? Oh, before we go, Katie, you got some more to say?
Her vibe just gives me like cool aunt, big older cousin, just vibe. Like that's the person when you go to like a family outing or something. Like that's the person that you want to hang out with, talk shit with, spend time with, not just like I don't know. She just brings a certain aura to everything.
Yeah, and the reason why I wanted to focus on this before we get into it is like you can see where she feels comfortable, where she you know, kind of let like the moments of herself like really come out to the forefront. And so we're just gonna go in and show a few clips from the Joy Reid show where she did interview her, and I honestly thought that this interview was phenomenal as well. Please don't get it twisted like I'm saying there's anything wrong with this interview, but the contrast to the second one that we're going to show you is definitely different. You're getting a different side of her.
The Joy Reid interview is definitely more suits.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's Joy Reid, and she's a pro, and she's amazing. But
yeah, so there ain't no shade going on nowhere in this. I think the interview is also really well done.
Accomplishments are elevated. It somehow is seen as diminishing his accomplishments. That makes that 107 days harder. In a world in which you were allowed to shine throughout that previous 3.5 years, the 107 days gets easier. So that's the piece I think that people are going to confront, that you were held back as vice president, and he didn't seem to have the loyalty of the White House.
The point that I can't emphasize enough, and it was part of the frustration, frankly, during the 107 days, I wasn't running against Joe Biden. I was running against Donald Trump. And when I think about, in particular, what is most important about what I share of those days and my experience, one of them is understanding that in a race where the seated vice president was running against a former president who had been running for 10 years, since 2015 when he came down that escalator. And when I reflect on those 107 days and everything that we knew and highlighted about what Donald Trump was saying, both the promises that he made to so many people and did not keep, such as bringing down the cost of food or anything else, to the promises that he made that he did keep if it inured to his personal benefit, including weaponizing the Department of Justice, silencing the media, militarizing the streets of America. Those are part of what I hope people take away in terms of remembering that they told us what they were going to do. And we've got to hear them when they speak and understand the elections coming up in the midterms or beyond. We better pay attention to what those 107 days taught us about where things are headed.
Well, and to that, I'm going to ask you a quick news of the day question.
Yeah, okay. So everything she said is right. I don't understand why people didn't believe them the first time. And there were all of us just trying to say, this is what's going to happen. Like, we tried to warn all of you.
Yeah. I mean, and I just think we did ourselves such a disservice. I mean, that's pretty much an understatement at this point. We really fucked ourselves like right the fuck up with this. Like, I mean, she pretty much, predicted literally everything that is going on. Like she had a crystal ball in front of her or something, because some of the things that she said on the campaign trail literally are happening like right now. And I guess we weren't ready. Again, I think about this in a few different ways. But my main one is that we were not ready for this moment for the first Black woman president. A woman president alone, but Black women, or mixed with anything, with immigrant, no, we weren't, because we had this ugliness that pretty much came up the escalator and started to dig up the drudge and the dirty, nasty filth that this country was built on, and the evil and the brutalization of people.
Why couldn't that escalator broken?
That would have been great. But I think all this stuff really kind of needed to come to the surface and be addressed before we had something as good as that, because you can't build again, you just cannot build on a foundation like that, because all you're gonna do is sink and rot, and you're gonna get weeds all up in it, and then you're just gonna dilapidate and go back around in the circle,
So something that she said on this interview that struck me just now was, she's like, I wasn't running against Joe Biden. I was running against Donald Trump. And I will say, so in kind of near the beginning of the book, she talks about how, everybody was asking her, like, are you still loyal to this team? And even though when she branched off to start campaigning, they were planning on her doing a lot of the visits and stuff anyway. And she's like, I was here for 3.5 years and I still have to prove my loyalty to some of these people, and it's ridiculous.
Right. No, and it's almost like, in a weird way, she was running against both of them, because the Democratic Party sabotaged her shit. I'm not afraid to say that.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say that. All these Palestinians against Kamala Harris, where y'all at now? No, I want to know. And they still are still going and disrupting her book tour. Like, she has any power to help you in any way. She is a fucking private citizen, and you still going and doing this shit. You didn't elect her to be president, but you just want to go ahead and attack the person that you can attack without getting any vitriol or anything back from it. So you just want to find an easy target and go protest at they shit, when you need to be going to your homie Donald Trump, who you were so all fan about, thinking he was going to save the fucking world. Where is that? Like, these people are cowards. These people are so sick in the head, and they know exactly what the fuck they doing. Leave her the fuck alone.
I think about, so many people would use such excuses as like, well, I didn't vote for her because she had a weird cackle, blah, blah, blah. And it just showed us how racist and xenophobic, is that gender?
All that. Put all of that shit.
Bigoted and shit people are. And you know what? It was bound to happen at some point. And even if she would have won, which she did win, let's be real.
I feel like she did, yeah.
Yeah. But all this shit, all this fear and phobias that these people had, it would come out eventually. And I feel like if it didn't come out now, it would have come out later. Worse.
Yeah, worse, or in some really messed up way. Yeah. Yeah, she's not Captain Save-A-Ho. There's nothing much that she would have been able to do right now anyway.
People put too much on her.
Mm-hmm.
She was trying to wear all these different hats, and she had her campaign team, but then the Biden campaign team came in, even though it sounds like Joe Biden didn't really have a lot of say in all of that. Because I will give her this, for everything I've read so far, and I think it's throughout the whole book, she never says a cruel word about it.
And why should she? I don't think that there's no call or need for that.
No, but there's a lot of people, I know there's people that think he put her on the side and he did all this. And it's like, no, actually, that was more his team than it was the man.
Yeah.
Right.
And, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's kind of back around what I was saying is that in a way she wasn't running against Joe Biden, but she was definitely running against the Democratic Party as a whole. And Donald Trump at the same time in the 107 days.
Something I didn't know was that she had known him, like his family, for a long time because she was really good friends with his son, Beau.
Yeah, I did know that, yeah.
Because she was Attorney General of California and he was Attorney General of Delaware.
Yeah.
So they worked together a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I thought that was really cool, Mm-hmm. And then, like, she was at the funeral and his funeral and stuff, and just, like, I've always said that the Bidens are good family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't even imagine what that family's gone through just with, like, he lost his first wife and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had his two sons, and Jill came in and, like, helped raise Beau and Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And Hunter had his addictions, but, like, they're all still a family.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they support each other, and that's huge.
No, that you can tell they just emanate good people that have seen a lot and can empathize with other people.
And I feel that
there's no reason for her to feel anything against them because they're close. And for people to try to turn them against each other and shit, that's just some nasty Democratic Party bullshit that is unnecessary and I think really affected this whole shit. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel the same way about Kamala's family too. That like they're all so close.
Yeah.
And one of the things that really hit me was, I think it was at the Democratic convention that like they had all those videos of people talking about the candidates or whatever, and one of them was her husband's ex-wife was talking about her, that they're friends, and, like all this stuff, and like that's something that is not easy to do. And so for her, for her stepchildren, who she literally treats as her own children, and all the tight-knitness of that too, it's not something you see, and especially with this administration.
Oh, I mean, literally the exact opposite.
Right.
All right, let's like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's keep going.
Because we just did see Jimmy Kimmel suspended, really for a joke that was about Donald Trump. If we're being honest, if you just play the tape back, we saw what happened with Karen Ati at the Washington Post. It feels like the media is collapsing, right? That feels like one of the consequences.
Well, yes. What they have done is they are using fear and the threat of fear to silence their critics. Can you imagine, Joy? In America, that we have a president of the United States who is using the bully pulpit of president of the United States not to focus on bringing down the cost of food, not focusing on bringing down unemployment, which is on the rise under his leadership, not bringing down inflation, which is under the rise in his leadership, but instead attacking media, attacking a satirist in Jimmy Kimmel for criticizing him, and the capitulation that has resulted. I talk about this. People say, I
just want to point out that Sinclair and Nexstar have officially put Jimmy Kimmel back on. Like, they are, I guess enough people like complained and threatened to get rid of it or whatever.
Oh yeah, and you see how quick that shit worked.
Disney lost, I think at the end of the week, with all the Kimmel shit, Disney lost $6.4 billion.
Oh. Well, fuck around and find out.
I moved
that worked quick. That's why I think we need to do a general strike.
I moved this ahead to the next timestamp, so.
Yep, go ahead.
I fall into that trap. because he didn't want to talk about the fact that he had no plan for the economy. And look today, that's again why we see him doing everything he can to help billionaires on the back of working people.
Yep.
What's going to happen in terms of cutting Medicaid, getting rid of and trying to get rid of the Department of Education, which is about school lunches, about Head Start, firing scientists, basically ending a war on cancer.
But people didn't believe he was going to do that. They just believed he was going to send them checks.
And he lied to them, and he lied to them. And we told them he would lie to them, but they believed him. And I think now there are plenty of people who are seeing that he made a lot of promises he's not kept. And that's reality.
We are facing unprecedented times in America, including a full-on assault.
But again, I mean, that pretty much just says what we said when it comes to just like she told us literally everything that was going to happen, and we didn't listen. And well, not all of us didn't listen, but not enough people listened and got out there and took this shit seriously. And now here we are. And so, and then before you actually, Katie, go. Yeah.
Well, no, so the Joy's interview is great. It's shorter than the next one that we're going to show, but it's her vibe is very different.
Yeah.
Sitting with Joy is definitely more like talking to, a news anchor. It's very similar to her interview with Maddow, which was also really good. That one we would get like sued for if we showed. But that one's really good too, and it is on YouTube. And this next one is with Scott Evans. He does a lot of great actors, musicians, comedians, like famous people and stuff. And so this one, she is just way more chill, relaxed, and the vibe is totally different, and I'm here for it.
And I also wanted to say, I want our viewers to actually go ahead and pay attention to the way that, her vibe in this and her just comfort in this interview compared. And I think the difference is, first of all, as much as the interviews with Rachel Maddow and Joy Reid are great, I think that they are asking her the same question over and over again that I feel like has been answered even before this book came out, even before. I feel like these are questions that should have been pretty much known. Be like, oh, do you still think that Joe Biden was, disloyal? No, that's not. Stop asking her that same stupid ass question. I'm pretty sure she's made it pretty clear about how she feels about the Biden family and her working with him. And so I just feel like those same ass questions trying to get you, oh, do you think that you made these mistakes? Yes, I already knew. Obviously, I made mistakes because I'm not the president right now. But also, like, y'all didn't hear my story. And I just feel like she might be a little tired of that. I would. You know what I mean? That's why I think this interview is important, and I think it's different. And he was able to get more out of her in a genuine way because he wasn't asking her the same question over and over again that I feel like is obvious. So
let me get this. Let's go.
And then the president called and told me he was dropping out.
It's bones in here.
They melt.
They melt.
They do.
Did you ever have to be like, baby, no.
Oh, yeah.
Madam Vice President in my backyard, and I'm spinning pizzas.
It appears to be quite impressive.
Hello, and she's impressed.
Okay, don't cut out the anchovy. I saw that.
Did it surprise people around you how much you shared?
Yes, it did. You don't need to wash your chicken.
What?
It's just important that it's pronounced correctly. That's all I have to say.
All right, let's jump ahead.
I'm taking this chore seriously, and I've also got to add an anchovy to the pizza. Like we already off to
day.
This
is good. It's a common misconception
that you must.
Right.
It's a nice, if you've got time.
It's a nice thing to do, and that's fine if you can do it and then sanitize your sink.
But if you can't, you can skip it.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the cook should never clean the dishes? We back, y'all. We back.
Doug and I have sorted that out.
Yeah?
I cook, he cleans.
I know that's right. I know, and I bet he's good at cleaning
He
too.
really is
Get
so
it together,
wonderful.
spick and span. Now, was
Well,
that
let me tell you about, let me tell you a story though about that.
I like
So
this.
my Uncle Freddie,
okay?
he was an artist. He lived in Harlem and he had a basement apartment in Harlem.
Okay.
And we would go to visit Uncle Freddie. And Uncle Freddie had just a small apartment and he loved to cook. And my Uncle Freddie would wash everything he used. If he used a spoon, if he used a bowl, he would wash it immediately after because his kitchen could only hold so many pots. And so the thing in our house is, everybody now talks about, got Uncle Freddie the kitchen.
You know what? I'm
Right?
with that. Uncle Freddie
the
that
kitchen.
thing.
Uncle Freddie the kitchen.
See, here's the thing. I'm often not the cook in the kitchen.
Oh.
I'm also often not the cleaner in the kitchen because I'm not fast enough.
Are you on purpose slow?
No. You said, is this a strategy that you have?
That's what I'm saying.
No, because like, you know, when you eat a meal that you've cooked or that has been prepared for you, cooked for you, you want to like relax with the meal. You want to talk afterwards and you don't want to rush up from eating and then get to cleaning.
Well, that's true.
You know?
But at the same time, you don't want to sit in front of dirty dishes all night.
So, okay. So something I love about this is just do y'all see just like how relaxed she is? Like she is just so, we say the same stuff like over and over again, like all the time. And we just hear the same interview questions.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to see her just be and like be real.
Yeah, and just be like, hey, no, I want to share this story with you. Like, oh, let me share this with you. Let me talk about that reminds me of something else. You know, just have her.
Like we've seen that with Joe. We've seen that with Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
But this poor lady, like she was in one part of this. I don't know if you put a timestamp, but she was talking about how she can finally use emojis.
Yeah. This was a longer one, so I did my best. I definitely want towards the end to really look at that, but
want to finish this?
I think that this is kind of around the emoji thing, but I just thought that was this whole thing is I recommend watching. I think it's right before what we just watched if you want to find the emoji stuff. But yeah, I think that this is really worth like the entire watch because you could really tell that she was suppressed and tired and kind of dealing with like kind of on a dummy mission when it came to this whole campaign because of that she was just not accepted on either side. She wasn't supported and she was being attacked. You know what I mean? And so I can understand the frustration within that and why you wouldn't even want to be like your genuine true self because people don't deserve. I don't think we were deserving of someone as just wonderful as she is when this is what we are about right now. We don't deserve that. And so I understand why she's guarded. And like, I'm not going to give you my full energy and like all of my grace and love and joy when, first of all, y'all attacking me from every which direction and y'all don't know how to act. So y'all don't get that. Only the special people around my life get the full, Kamala,
Shit, I'd be guarded too.
Yeah. Same.
In 7 days.
Yes.
Whoa. What a work. I hope that you are proud, but we have a lot to talk about. Are you ready?
We do. I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm ready.
And it's so funny. I've actually got a question. It's probably going to sound pretty silly.
What?
But what do people call you these days?
You can call me Kamala. You can call me, I don't know. My team will sometimes say MVP.
Right? Majesty?
No,
Your Grace?
No. Only my family. I asked them to, but they never do.
I'm going to tell you, that moment with your sister, where y'all were talking about Big Sister General. I'm gonna tell you right now, the way that y'all lean into each other to laugh, it's just like it's such a loving thing to do. You get a real glimpse of your bond, your connection, but also y'all's sense of humor. I love it. I love it so much.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Okay, so Your Grace is what we're settled on.
Don't do that. Call me Kamala.
Okay, Mama, she said I could. She said I could. Okay, now, have you seen people cut pizza with scissors?
Never.
Never?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we were at a restaurant, and they would not cut the pizza.
I touched my headphones.
With anything?
They were like, no, we don't have a pizza cutter. We don't. I said, well, do you have a pair of scissors? And he literally would rather have brought me a pair of scissors than to have just cut the pizza.
Where were you?
We were at a restaurant in LA.
They really wouldn't cut the pizza?
Taroni won't cut the pizza for you.
Mm.
Am I lying? Yeah, called you out. Now what? No, I'm just playing. I'm not going to cut it with the scissors. But...
Okay. Do what you want to do. Okay, don't cut out the anchovy. I saw that. I
really did just try to cut right around it. You saw, right?
You know what my mother used to do? Because there are two of us, me and my sister Maya. And we had to split things a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mother would say, okay, one of you gets to split, the other gets to choose. You have never seen a more fair split in your life.
That's, you know what? One of you gets to split, the other gets to choose.
Yes.
Dang.
Right?
I mean, equality.
Totally.
Okay, did we get one with the anchovy?
So you cut right through that anchovy there.
That's the one I'm gonna.
I know. Go on. Just have it. Yeah, that's good for you. Just have
I'm gonna okay, but we're gonna get you first. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Here. This is my business.
Jesus.
Why don't you just have a small piece? Just have a small piece.
I like this interaction.
Don't overdo it.
Okay. I've never had fish on pizza.
I love her face.
That's actually not bad. This is like a salty content.
Yes, it's like umami. It's salty.
That's not what I was expecting.
Right? And then put some pepper flakes on it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's barely coming out. Here.
Okay, let's see.
Go ahead and press pause real quick.
It's so cute.
It is cute. It is cute. And honestly, I'm like, maybe I prefer her like this. Maybe I'm down for this. I feel like there's definitely
I do.
Many a way that she can still be a leader and effective without being in public office. I think even more so now because our whole shit is fucked up. So
what I'm thinking is okay, so for when she was doing Joy Reid, that's kind of what the Democrats want to come off as.
Yeah.
As, kind of more professional, have their answers kind of written out. But this interview is what we want Democrats to be. Real. Real people just showing feelings and talking and hanging out. That's what we want. We want more of this, less of reading off a prompter, writing strongly worded letters.
Yeah. Grilling on and trying to get something out of people but you said this. What did you really mean? I meant what I meant. I said what I said. Okay. I'm not the president anymore, or vice president. This is I think actually better for her in a lot of ways because I don't really think like how she said earlier, maybe when she first came back out of kind of being silent, she said that what was it exactly? It was the system's broken, so I don't really want to work in a system that isn't functioning.
I think she said that on Colbert.
Yeah, she said it somewhere. It might have been Colbert. You might be right, but she was like, it's not functioning, so that's not really where I want to be. I feel like I could be more helpful or useful outside of that, and I get her, and I think she's right, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's go to there's another timestamp in there. I forget where we're at, but have fun. Go ahead, bounce around. I like this entire
back out again.
Right. Speaking about your family unit, you and Doug, y'all have been a couple in the public eye in some way for some time. But this was a whole different thing.
Yeah.
The vice presidency, his title, a first of its kind as well. How did y'all get used to that?
Yeah. You know, my husband, he's one of those people who wakes up with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
He has a beautiful gift of being able to see what's good.
Yep.
And at the same time, he is a very serious person and understands the seriousness of a moment. He's very protective of me.
Baby. He does not play.
He does not.
Did you ever have to be like, baby, no.
Yes.
Yes,
okay. Definitely I did.
Because I would imagine some of the things that he would have read, some of the things that he would have heard said about you, about him. I would have been ready to fight.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, like I talk about it in the book, and I talk about the strain that it put on our marriage these 107 days in terms of how intense it was when all of the attacks were coming in, and they were coming in against me, they were coming against him. And
imagine,
you know, and he has a sense of humor about a lot. You know, he has a way of de-escalating.
De-escalate. Yeah. Speaking of that, it's so funny that you mention it, because there's a part of the book where you two are having a conversation. I believe it might even be the birthday night.
Was.
And, you know, there was not much planned. And then you saw that necklace and said, oh, you thought she was going to get a twofer? The fight that all of us have in a relationship have ever had. But the fact that he de-escalated that with, we will not turn on each other.
Yes, we cannot turn on each other.
We cannot turn on each other. Was incredible.
Yeah. And I mean, there's something.
And that just shows like how strong of a couple that they are. Just like, as someone who's been, you know, I've been with my husband now for 12 years. And like, no couple is perfect by any means. We always have our days, but the good far outweigh the bad. And like, you know, she knows with her relationship with Doug that like he's the de-escalator. And like each relationship has just like certain things that we all kind of follow. And like one of ours was like with my husband is, we, as silly as it is, we never really go to bed angry. Like, even if something dumb happened during the day, it's always like we still kiss each other goodnight and say I love you, no matter what. Because like, when you find that person, like, life is just too short. And he and I have certainly been through our fair share of trials and tribulations between the two of us. And I'm sure that like Kamala and Doug have as well. And that's just what makes you stronger. Because that's your person. And at the end of the day, they're going to fight for you the most.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, that was my little rant.
That's a good one.
Why YouTube? Why?
About also in any moment in where we hopefully all will have an ability to see that we do have agency in a moment.
Yeah.
That we can actually like stop what's happening
and not just go with it.
That we can redirect.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always the case. Not everyone always has control of the moment.
But usually.
But often, if not usually, and hopefully always.
Yeah.
We do, but it's a matter of whether we recognize that we do.
And then act on it.
And then act on it. You know, when I was growing up, my mother, if you came home with a problem, my mother would look at you and whereas other parents, oh, baby, come here. I'll take care of it. Oh, that's awful.
I thought she said a prop.
When you came home with a problem in our house, my mother would look at you and
a little bit of that Oakland accent for you right there.
And how are we going to solve this?
I remember I was like, Mommy never takes my son. But what I didn't realize is she was teaching us at a very early age, you have agency.
What is your part in this?
Right.
What can you take responsibility for?
And also, what can you do about it?
What can you do about it? Instead of making it someone else's thing.
Right, as though things happen to you.
Right.
Could you imagine if we raised kids like that now? Like, parents can barely, parents nowadays can barely figure out, like, a schedule for their kids.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's actually really annoying sometimes because I have to deal with this and like everybody else's kids. These aren't my kids. You know what I mean? They're everybody else's. And you can tell that a lot of people are just not they're not teaching accountability. They're not teaching to take responsibility or have agency for the things that you do. They're not teaching respect anymore. Say thank you, ask for properly for things.
They think teachers are babysitters and they're the ones that are supposed to raise their kids.
Yeah. It's bad. And I'm not even gonna say, but I'm gonna have to say, but like it's not like, yeah, it can be people of color, of course, but that's not really a problem. It's really the little white boys, like the young ones that don't ask for things properly, or they'll just push past you without, being like, hey, can I come in? Can I do this? Can I please, grab a pen? Thank you. Things like that. They just push past and just like don't even say nothing to you, or
I think something parents have to realize too nowadays, and like I know I go through it as a parent, is like we don't have all the answers, and you and your kid are going to make mistakes. But if you're offered help, take it.
Mm-hmm.
Let people help you because it's only going to be better for you and for your child.
Yeah. Take that feedback. Take that assistance.
And like show their teachers and stuff that you're interested. Like my daughter's in preschool and I still get like I'm happy that her teachers will like email me and tell me her progress because every kid is different and like this is her first time with a large group of kids. So of course it's going to be a transition for her. Mm-hmm. But I'm grateful that I have people that I can trust and that she can trust to help us with that.
Yeah. And I think that that's super important because it takes a whole community to like raise the children in our community. So you need the teachers, you need the parent, you need the grandpa, you need the auntie, you need the neighbor across the street to take care of all the kids that are around you. That's how you do it. And all of this like, oh, well, my kid, and then this is it, and it's just us, and that's it. That is detrimental not only to the children, but also to you and the family and everybody around. So that was a little tangent, but
people need to stop sitting in their pride.
Mm-hmm.
Like people need to stop thinking that like asking for help makes you look weak, or it makes you look like you don't know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're right.
We got to get rid of this whole strong man.
So the final timestamp area, I want us to go through like all of this. So if we could just use the last 15 to just go through this last final part, because this was the most important part to me that I want to share with our audience who will be here later. I'm sure.
to tell for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you the thing that surprised me the most reading this. Election night happens. Mm-hmm. And Doug comes back from his work on the campaign trail.
He and Tony were campaigning.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law. Mm-hmm.
And you have an incredible family dinner.
Yeah.
And you sense something isn't all together the same with Doug, but don't know what that is just yet. And the results of the election come in.
Yeah.
We're all gutted is the word.
Yeah.
But you and Doug never talked about that night.
No.
That day
Until I started writing a book.
And how long was that?
Months.
You just went to bed, woke up the next morning, and you just moved on with life?
No, the next morning after the election, I went to Howard, my alma mater, to give my speech, conceding, but also hopefully uplifting everyone to not give up.
Yep.
So everything kept moving.
There was like situation after situation
Then there were the
situation.
fires here in California. And so as vice president, I was then working with FEMA and in the Oval Office with the president, working on making sure that we got all the kinds of disaster relief we could get to California. But right then, at that point, the fires were raging. So it wasn't just about relief. It was real about resources and FEMA resources and supporting our first responders here.
But also not just you in work in connection to your duty to this country, your job in relation to this country, but also your own family.
So after the election,
so you know, there's one thing that I did want to bring up. Like, first of all, she was still the vice president during all this shit, and and that's why some of these questions that like regular, you know, interviewers that ask her, like, oh, well, you could have done this, or why didn't you disconnect from Joe Biden? She was still the vice president. How fucking much disconnection can she do while she's still has a job title to uphold at the same time while doing this? And I don't understand what's so hard about that to connect even to some of the smartest of people. I hate that question because it just pisses me the fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? What a waste of time. What a stupid question. All right, you can keep going. I just wanted to say that. Oh, did you freeze, Katie? I think you froze. Yeah, Katie froze.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. There she is. Yep.
We're packing up to leave DC and the vice president's residence, and the fires started raging, and we were there in DC watching on television the fires in our neighborhood.
Right.
And then across the TV, it basically said Kamala Harris, the fires approaching Kamala Harris's house.
You did see that?
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did see that.
Because I have a picture of that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because
really?
It was like, it was just like, how is this happening? So many people in Los Angeles, everyone was affected by the fires in Los Angeles. If you live,
Altadena, Palisades, of course.
But I just think about the things that you have to deal with, the ways that you have to push through, move through things as not only the vice president, not only a spouse, a parent, a woman, a Black woman. How have you kept it together?
Right.
Because you know what? Here's the thing. I try not to let things happen to me. I choose not to live life that way. And maybe it's a matter of perspective because, of course, things happen to all of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, you know, in many ways awful. I mean, people ask me, how did you feel election night and those first days after? I grieved. I experienced emotions that were almost like how I felt when my mother died. And I was grieved.
I want to pause it real quick. I remember how I felt after, like, the election was called, and I went to bed crying, and I woke up crying. And there were still some people in my life who are not in my life anymore, but were trying to say that, like, oh, you're overreacting. He's going to help you, and you're not going to have to worry, and it's not going to be that bad.
There's some gaslighty, fucked up shit, man. For real. Yeah. I felt the same way. I didn't necessarily get to crying until maybe like 3 days in. Like the first day, I was just like, I just was just kind of numbed. And then the second day I was angry, or maybe it was like the reverse. But I remember one day being like very kind of numb, one day being very sad and just like breaking down into tears, and then the third day being angry, just mad at everything, that we're gonna have to go through this. And it pretty much what I saw happening is happening, like everything, and how shit this has gotten. I didn't know how it was going to manifest itself, but I did know that I was going to get this bad. I was aware of
I
that.
didn't think it would be this fast.
Mm.
Like, they have taken like 100 bulldozers just through everything, it feels like.
At the beginning, I didn't think it was going to be this fast, but once it started, I was like, oh, okay, now I see at what pace that we are working with. But again, it's just all about how things manifest themselves. It's not like I knew exactly how it was going to happen, but I did know that this was going to happen. And yeah, I went through a lot of different emotions, and I feel her on that. Like, and I like what she says after this, or like the next part.
Not for like the loss of a campaign, like you lose a game. I was grieving for our country. I was grieving. I was so worried about what this would mean for the American people.
Yeah.
I knew what it would mean.
What it is meaning.
And what it has obviously meant, right? I mean, as I talk about, I mean, look, I'm the eldest, from the time I was 2 years old, my mother said to me, look out for your sister.
Yeah.
So from 2 years of age,
you've been protector.
I've known that that's my responsibility to protect.
Mm-hmm. Big Sister General.
Yeah, Big Sister General. And after that election, I was not in a position to protect in a way that,
felt meaningful to you,
well, in a way that I otherwise would have been, had the outcome of the election been different.
Yeah.
And so it was rough, but I choose not to, allow circumstances or individuals disempower my spirit.
Let it run just a little longer.
That's just what I choose.
Oh, you hear it in her voice.
Mm-hmm.
Just the emotion.
Yeah.
I just believe, don't let anybody take your power from you.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody take your power from you.
I do. I didn't expect to get emotional about that, but there is something I think so, if you can say that, if you can really believe that, then like there are so many others of us who can feel confident in that as well, who can summon what we need for that as well. Okay,
just look at that beautiful woman. We fucked up so much.
Yeah, we did.
I love this interview because she is so genuine and so like, oh my God. Like,
yeah, she you could tell, you could hear it in her voice, and you could tell that her emotion grasped onto Scott in that moment as well, because he got emotional. I got emotional a little bit on my first watch of this as well.
Yeah, me.
Because like I know that feeling of like what she really wanted to do was to help and protect and to really do good and even protect the people that didn't vote for her, and maybe try to convince them otherwise of like what they were to believe about her, and she wasn't given the opportunity.
She would have been a president for all of us.
She would have, and
she wouldn't have been
how far we have come to compare to what we could have had. And she knew that this was going to happen. We knew that this was going to happen. And now we're just seeing, like, I don't know if y'all saw that little kind of 10-minute rant I did yesterday, but I was just watching, trying to build our story for tomorrow. And I mean, I was watching Minus Touch, and it was just video and video after video after video of people getting slammed and beaten and slammed against the wall, pulling out guns, tear gas, babies crying, mothers crying. It was awful. And that she would have definitely at least tried to protect us from this. We're just getting ravaged by this shit.
I think it might have been in the book, or it was another interview she did. Oh, excuse me. They were talking about how it was a mistake to call her the border czar, because she had talked about it, and she's like, yeah, I don't really know why I did that. I more wanted for at the border to make it easier for those to seek like asylum and, you know, faster progress for citizenship. But the way that these idiots act, it's like we just have an open door, anybody run through policy, and that's not true. Mm-hmm. But the thing that makes me so mad is that, you know, she would have been a president for the people, and instead we've got Cheeto McTaco Chucklefuck going up there being like, I don't care for my enemies. Actually, I hate them, and I'm not supposed to say that.
Yeah, and then we got people like on CNN. What's that white dude name? That's just
Scott Jennings.
Yes, him who's like just. I really hate that man. He is just awful. But we have people like that continue to just live in some old la la land, some old dumb bitch land where, oh, it's everybody else's fault, and then all confused when people give you facts, and then they give you this look.
Well, Scott Jennings just has like this tick where he looks at the camera like every 5 seconds and just goes.
He looks so stupid, and it's just these are the people that are standard.
He's running for Senate or Congress or something.
Yeah, and he'll probably get it if we don't fuck around and do the right thing. But I don't know.
Because it feels like in so many ways, like all hell has broken loose.
Yes.
And to resign that that's just what it's going to be is not enough.
No,
it's not okay.
No, we can't do that.
And so
we can't do that.
I was not expecting to be encouraged this way. I mean, I should have been, because I read the book. I know that's your last few pages say everything, right? I'm also just amazed at you and how you've made the choice. I'm not gonna be that. I'm also not gonna allow other people to define who I am and what I am.
Absolutely right.
I'm gonna own that, thank you.
Absolutely right.
And let you know, in case you forgot.
Right.
What time it is.
And you know, that was part of the 107 days.
Yeah.
Is an attempt to do that. And I mean, I tell some funny stories. There are some choice words in the book. I must tell everybody.
Now, I have a question. Speaking of, did you talk to Wanda Sykes?
I did not. I did not.
Because when you brought it up in the book, I said, my girl, this.
You saw it, right, when she did that?
This.
I keep thinking about that debate. And the thing that stayed with me is how she was able to call him a motherfucker without calling him a motherfucker. That was genius.
And the thing that I love about it is whether that's really where you were or not, and I can't imagine that's actually where you were in that moment on that stage. I can't imagine. Okay, I could be corrected. Because I was going to say, while I can't imagine that's where you were, man, did I want it to be. Because, like, we were saying it.
Let's also not forget, that's literally the debate where he looked at the camera and went, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, and she's just like...
We might have to pull it
up. Oh my God, like, that's the...
No, you stay on, I'll pull it up. It's good, I can do it.
Like,
it's terrible.
While she's looking for that.
Still saying it.
It's just important that it's pronounced correctly. That's all I have to say.
When you called Trump to I guess it's the protocol is to call in and concede.
Yes, after the election.
After the election. And he said to you, among other things, that you have a beautiful name, that he got to say your name, and that it's Kamala with perfect pronunciation.
Yes.
That it stirred in me the confirmation of things you kind of knew, but that you really know now.
Yeah.
How did you process that? Did you get off the phone and then?
I mean, I have to say that.
Oh, this is weird. I have it, but
one, it did not surprise me.
It didn't.
And no, not at all. Not at all. I was fully aware of who I was running against.
Yeah. It was odd, though, the difference of his personal communication with you, his one-on-one communication with you, and his public-facing communication about you.
Yeah.
It was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
I mean, like I said, I came up with this phrase when I was running, especially in the beginning. We didn't have any polling or anything like that. You know, I had to just hit the ground running. And I came up with this whole speech that is, I know his type.
That part.
So when you know somebody's type, you may not actually imagine how it's going to manifest itself, but when it happens, it's consistent with knowing that type.
Right.
You know, I think we all will cite the amazing Maya Angelou, which is, you know, when people tell you who they are the first time, believe them.
Believe them.
So how many more examples do you need?
Yeah, I know, for real. I was really disgusted by when I heard that. I don't know if that's in the book or something that you've read, but that is gross. I don't like that he was like, the fact that he was like, we may have missed it, but in this interview, she's talking about how he on the phone afterwards was like, "Oh, your name is so beautiful," and all this and that. And I had a feeling like during the campaign that he had some weird like self-hatred crush on her.
That's some like predatory shit.
It is. It's gross.
Where he's beaten her, so he wants to show his like dominance and be like, I'm surprised he didn't say something about her skin or something at that point.
Yeah. But yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, your name is so beautiful. I like to pronounce it right." Ew. Oh, that is gross. And I'm glad that first of all, why wouldn't she recognize that? But I thought, like, I don't know if you remember when she got the cover for Time. And she had her picture, her photo shoot or whatever. And he was like, he said that she looked like, like the first lady, Melania. Like, oh my God, she looks great. Like it was a weird, like I hate myself for being attracted to her. Like he had like a crush on her or something, a really weird,
I don't know, shit.
Yeah, it just felt icky for sure. And so I'm not surprised to hear that at all, because it seemed like he was into her. Ugh.
In our own community, the kinds of commentary, the things that were said, the things that were misleading, the things that were, I imagine, incredibly hurtful within our own community, probably the most hurtful. How did you reconcile that? I remember watching D.L. Hughley repeatedly say, "I am so sorry."
And can you imagine he did it publicly, and he did that on his own.
Yeah.
I think he's an amazing man, an amazing human being, that he has the strength to be able to be so vulnerable,
and
to say that and give people permission.
Were you surprised by some of the other people who had things to say?
I mean, here's the thing. I believe that God will judge us based on who we are and what we do.
Yeah.
Not on what other people say about us.
I'm so glad to know you.
Aww.
Because it's just to have this conversation with you this way, the openness that you've had, and even in this book, it's just it's a call really to like be your best And that like, if you can do it, we can do it. You know what I mean?
We are all in this together, and we just have to believe. We have to have faith in ourselves and each other. We have to have faith in knowing that, there are going to be dark moments, and in many ways, this is a period of darkness.
Mm.
But we each also have light inside of us, and we need to see the light in each other and strive toward that.
Tell me, what was it about this book?
Okay, so just real quick, I just want to yes to everything she just said. And I think that part of why we're in this is people are so afraid to be themselves that they think that if they can blend into a group, that things will be easier for them. And that's not true. I can tell you right now from experience that me figuring out that being me and my best self and being exactly who I am is fine and perfect. I've been so much happier in myself and in my life for that. And she is just absolutely correct.
No, I think so too, Katie, when it comes to again, that authenticity that was in a lot of ways unable to come out. Even when she was trying to be authentic, people wouldn't listen or read her and what she was saying and trying to portray in the right way. They were only trying to portray her as whatever fit their narrative and all this. And so not only did the Republican and these MAGA fat people fuck this up, but the Democratic Party fucked her up too and had her fucked up the entire time and have a lot of responsibility in why we are in the situation that we're in. So I want to make that very clear. And don't ask her about the betrayal and is she, betrayed anybody. I think some of these people on the news and some of her colleagues need to take a good look at themselves and figure out, like how she said, well, what did you do to contribute to this problem? That's a good question that I think a lot of people that led up to this need to ask themselves so that we don't have this shit happen again, because now look where we are.
Thank you.
It's perfect.
That you were hoping that more people take away.
I really do hope that by the time the reader finishes with the book, they will walk away with a sense of hope about the future. Often in life, the fight takes a while.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that you give up or walk away from it. You got to stick with it and see what is possible. I believe in what is possible.
Yeah.
Again, I'm clear-eyed about all the obstacles. I'm clear-eyed about the destruction of our government right now and institutions, and whether it be, people who are going to be, their Medicaid is going to be cut off, or attempts to get rid of the Department of Education or Head Start, right? I'm really clear about what is incredibly destructive about that. I also believe in the future. I believe in Gen Z. I believe in our young people. I meet with our young people, and they have no patience for it all.
No patience.
They have gone through the pandemic. They know about the climate crisis. They're worried about how technology is going to make jobs unavailable to them that their parents had.
Yep.
They're taking the horse by the reins.
Yeah.
And so, and I know the willingness of people to organize and to engage in peaceful protest and to be involved in community organizations. And I want to encourage everybody, get back out there and do all of that.
Right.
It matters. It makes a difference. This is our country.
Right.
We are clear-eyed about the problems, but we love our country. As long as we can hold on to our democracy, we can, but our democracy in large part is a function of the power being with the people.
Right.
So the people cannot give up their power.
And I mean, if you're able to accomplish the amount of things you're able to accomplish in 107 days, when your back is against the wall, imagine what you can do with many days.
Yeah, that's right.
In many ways.
That's exactly right. And there are people in our country who I have met who are doing extraordinary things. I during the 107 days, Hurricane Helene, and I went and I met with those folks. And let me just tell you, Scott, you probably know this. In my life experience, it is often the case that the people who have the least give the most. You'd have first responders who didn't know what was happening with their home, who were there helping others.
Yeah.
Volunteers who had lost everything but were creating bags of essentials.
Yeah.
To get to families, to get to children. That's the spirit that's in us.
That doesn't have to only be activated around tragedy.
No.
Yeah.
And nor should it ever be
lost,
changed because of one election.
Absolutely.
So I hope that people take that away. When they get through the book, take away some sense of tomorrow and have some sense of hope about what that can be. But it means about being present today.
Yeah.
So I don't mean to suggest, oh, everything's fine. Everything's going to be okay. Things may get worse before they get better.
Yeah.
Okay. But we each have something that we should not let anyone else or a circumstance diminish or extinguish. Right? Then we are really defeated.
Right. You can lose a game.
Yeah, but don't lose your joy.
Yeah.
You have so much joy. You bring that to other people in such a beautiful way. You have from the ability to have a game with emojis, to sit down and have a serious conversation about the nuances of a presidential election for President of the United States. You're not accepting any false choices. And I'm a big believer in that. Do not accept false choices. We can be clear-eyed and at the same time have hope and faith. And joy.
And joy.
And fight.
That part.
Don't leave that out ever.
I told you I got a cousin.
I know.
She liked to fight. She liked to fight. Who?
Right.
She answered the phone. Where? Yeah. So who plays you in the movie when they make this a movie? Is it Maya Rudolph? Is it?
It better be. It better be Maya Rudolph.
It has to be at this point. I mean, they're pretty much.
I found also this video real quick. Hold on.
That was lovely. I was kind of just in that again. I mean, I've seen it maybe 3 times now, but like I just love like that last little bit that she, just laid down for us. I really wish we were with that. Go ahead, play it.
I think Kamala, right? Kamala, yeah. I don't know how to say her name.
Well, she says it Kamala.
Kamala? I don't think she's very smart.
It's Kamala Harris. She's as far.
Kamala, right?
Kamala, yeah.
No, Kamala.
Or Kamala, whatever you call her.
Well, that's what she calls her. She calls herself Kamala.
Well, I don't care what she calls her. I call her a liar.
Kamala asking
Kamala,
whatever it may be.
Kamala flip-flop.
Kamala, right?
Kamala.
Do you say Kamala or Kamala?
I say communist.
And I'd say he's better than Kamala.
It's Kamala, right?
Yeah, Kamala.
Kamala, right?
Yes. Is it Kamala or Kamala?
Cronies like Cheney will support people like Kamala, whatever it may be.
Amelia Harris, she don't know what's going on.
Kamala, right?
Kamala Harris, they don't know what's going on.
Kamala.
That's Kamala, right?
I call her chameleon because she changes.
We need Kamala is thrashing.
Kamala, right?
You're fun, aren't you?
I think Kamala.
No, you're fucking stupid. All you gotta do is say people's name right. Who raised you? Where is your mama at? Because like
at the rally with him.
Ugh.
Did you find that other video?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Here, let's go ahead and throw it up. Just disrespectful, gross type shit. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me go ahead and share this.
We'll end with this.
Oh. Sorry, 1 second. I need to just go ahead and why did it stop sharing? It's sharing, share screen, boop, 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 boop. Oh, here we go. There we go.
To our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. And it's a shame.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been...
Tell her, David Moore. Like, come on, people. Like, that's being elected. Jesus fucking...
I can't believe that was like an actual thing. And for her, I just feel so bad that she even had to like be around that sort of vitriol and energy and really tried to help us out, really was trying not to let us go down this road. And this is how we do her. Honestly, we deserve every single piece of this fucking ass whooping that we getting so that we don't do it again. Because clearly we were just too stupid to even see that wasn't enough for you. That right there wasn't enough.
Every time I look at him, I just think of like all these men that I've had to deal with that are nothing more than insecure children, toddlers even, because of the fact that I'm a woman and I'm doing something that they're doing.
Yeah.
Like he and everybody that works for him are just so insecure and crybaby and all this. There's so many times I just want to look at all these people and be like, who hurt you?
I know. Who raised you? Who hurt you? What happened here? Because this is some disgusting shit. I mean, look, just what you just said with the that clip of all those people that just didn't even want to take the time to learn how to pronounce her name right. Oh, I don't care. Like, that's like straight up just rude and racist and mediocre and just trash behavior. But I think that uprooting this and exposing these people for what they are has to happen before we can like make any progress, because these people are around here more than we thought they were. They're a lot more of a problem than we thought they were.
But there still are more of us than there are of them.
There are. I do not forget that. But they need to be exposed, and then also we need to expose the people that are on our side that haven't done anything or had some sort of other agenda or some other shit going on. Like, I know that Hakeem Jeffries isn't like an evildoer as much as he's just a coward and not meeting the moment with what we're actually dealing with. So it's just a lot of lesson learning, I think. And I think this interview and both like or in this book is very indicative and just shining a huge light on the fact that we were not ready. We had to deal with this problem first. How we deal with it is up to us. If we want to keep getting fucked up and going around this shit, and it's just going to be harder for us once we do get through it to rebuild, and it's going to just take a lot longer, and we might not recover for generations at this point, because this type of shit that we're going through right now is very damaging and destructive, and it's not going to just be rebuilt in a 4-year election cycle. I mean, we have already lost major trust with our other world leaders and other places. They're not going to trust us. That we still have to deal with people on the inner side of our country that need to be held accountable. Like, there's a lot of work that's going to need to be done when we come out of this. So
yeah, but the thing is if she hasn't lost hope as someone who like got everything just taken and everything she's been through, then we can't either, because she's she is and has always been one of the real ones, whether you want to admit it or not.
Yeah.
And
whether our party wants to admit it or not, whether the Democrats that are supposedly on our side want to admit it or not, she was on the right side and she was trying to do the right thing. And you know what? A lot of people need to look at themselves and really think about what's important, because I do think that the Democratic Party and the left sabotaged her in their own way, whether they like to fucking admit it or not.
There's battles that we may have lost, but we haven't lost the war yet. So we just have to keep going.
Yeah. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all, so be sure to like and comment on what you think about this video. Share. Join us tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's cool. And join us tomorrow, 4:30 Pacific,
7:30.
7:30 Mountain Time. Eastern Time. And check us out tomorrow. We got more to talk about. And we'll see you then.
Take care of yourselves.
Keep it gangster.